Hey you, my name is Pell. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm very new here. This is my very first video, so if you manage somehow to click on it and see my content, welcome, you're one of the first ones. So here in this YouTube channel, I want to just react to whatever interesting or funny or maybe concerning, disturbing I can find on the internet. And I'm gonna start with some Reddit stories today, and we'll start with the old good classic, which are the a-hole stories. Okay, so I found here a very long story that is freshly posted, and it doesn't seem like we do have a verdict yet. But the title of the story is "Am I the a-hole for breaking up with fiance?" Let's see. Well, this is a difficult one to write. I'm using an alternate Reddit to post this, as I don't want it connected to my main one for personal reasons. You'll understand when you read this. Okay, understandable. You want to stay anonymous. Basically, when I was 17, I was accused by a neighbor's son of abused against them. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting and starting with a bang. Oh, and that poor little kid was 9 years old. Horrific, right? This neighboring family had been family friends my entire life. To cut a long story short, as I could write paragraphs here, the police investigated it and deemed it false allegations. Well, thank God for that if you were innocent. The boy changed his story 4 times. The room he said it happened in he was never in, parents' bedroom, my bedroom, backed up by my family, begrudgingly his, and I was never alone with him anyway. Why would I be? I wasn't close with the kid. Anyway, as you can imagine, the damage was done. My confidence gone, my reputation ruined, and our family's friendship broken completely. These allegations have haunted me my entire life and led to 2 suicidal attempts. I'm much better now. Or I was. Oh God. We started very, very dark. I didn't expect this story. But let's see if we can provide some advice. Especially that's a very, very, very fresh post on Reddit. And by the way, I feel so sorry for everything that happened to you. That must be so hard to live with, knowing that there's always that cloud of people probably still suspecting you for doing it. I can't imagine living with such a weight. So yeah, I'm admiring you, and don't give up on life. Met my fiancée 2 years ago, and she was the light of my life. This was 10 years after the allegations. I was brutally honest with her about them 6 months together. Okay, so you told her when you were 6 months in. I had to be honest, as it's only right she heard it from me opposed to someone else. It scared me because I knew she either accept that it was false or not. And if not, she'd cut me out of her life, no doubt telling people I was a predator. It was hard convo with lots of tears, but thankfully she accepted they were false. Okay, that's at least a good news, but oh my God, I must have been so bloody hard to speak to her about this. I became close with her family and her with mine's, but cautious as well, making sure I was never alone with kids in both. I'm told it's trauma, but not that it matters, long as I'm protected. I think it means as long as I'm protected. My fiancé noticed this, but never said anything as she understood. Yeah, I get it. You don't want those allegations ever come back and bite you. Anyway, she has this nephew that lives close by. Call him Taylor, aged 8. He is the sweetest boy I ever known, and he adores my fiance. We got him a Nintendo Switch for his birthday. He hugged my fiance, so excited, bless him, then went to hug me. Here begins the problem. Before I could react, my fiancée grabbed him and pulled him away, giving him a fright. I thought she was just protecting me, but then I realized she had placed her nephew behind her. Oh my God, this is so devastating. So she didn't believe you. Time just froze. I stood there in shock and I felt something in me just crack. Hard? Who knows, but it broke me. Realizing what she had done instinctively, she apologized with tears in her eyes and tried to cuddle me. I pushed her away and left. Her sister and BIL obviously freaking out, wondering what the hell just happened. Boyfriend-in-law, I'm assuming, is BIL? Yeah, I would be confused if it was them for such a strange behavior, like wondering what exactly happened. So she told her family, oh, it wasn't your story to tell. You shouldn't have been telling them without consent of your fiancé. And that's what he says after, not even asking me first. Her sister's exact words, no smoke without fire. Oh, okay. And that's why you don't tell people things like that, because they've got so much bias when it comes to some serious allegations like this. And I think that is very natural reaction, that if you heard through the grapevine that someone was accused of this as abuse, I'm trying to be careful with YouTube, it is fear-mongering, because I think it's just naturally encoded in us that we're trying to protect the weaker. So even if we logically can justify and say that's not true, that could never happen, something in us deep down there, in that reptile brain of ours, might react the way we react. And I'm not liking that the sister reacted the way she did, not having any evidence. Well, let's carry on. They don't want me near their son. Fair enough. Hurts like hell, but I get it from their POV. Yeah, I kind of just discussed their POV. That's how I think they might be feeling about the situation. I went and packed up my stuff. My fiancée arriving after me, begging me and crying that it was a mistake. She just reacted in the worst way possible. Yes, but it's your partner, somebody you were supposed to marry, and this is how you reacted to him. Just giving him that doubt, and clearly it seems there is some trust broken, because you don't fully trust him, and by proxy he can't trust you, because you reassured him that you believe him and you reacted the way you did. It's heavy. Oh, it's very heavy. Didn't expect the first story to be so serious, but here we are. Okay, so let's carry on. So I think I finished in a sentence. She just reacted in the worst way possible. I left her sobbing with the ring thrown across the room and left. On one hand, her family have blown up my messages demanding to know if the allegations are true, calling me a pedo. Very mature of them. But again, fear does strange things to people. On the other, she's voicemails and messages begging for forgiveness and another chance. Her friends think I'm the a-hole for not giving her a chance to explain and apologize. Yeah. He's being harassed now, essentially, by her family, being called pedophile, so yeah, no wonder. I'm sad on my mom and dad's. My entire family is furious with her. They were so happy I finally got to a good place, and now My dad thinks I'm having a mental breakdown as I just can't eat or sleep. Well, yeah, you definitely do. My worst fears have come true, that these allegations will forever haunt me. I have no idea what the future holds, but honestly, it looks bleak. I love her. God damn me, I do, but every time I close my eyes, I see that horror look in her face, as if she actually thought I would hurt her nephew or something. Ooh. Oh, yeah, it's heavy. I honestly sympathize you completely with you. I would feel the same. I'm already tearing up thinking about, how you must be feeling. I think it's one of the most heartbreaking things to see in the eyes of the loved ones, the true fear and fear of you, or disappointment, or hatred. It is very hard pill to swallow. I'm broken. I know I am, because honestly, I don't care at this point, live or die, and that makes my parents cry. Makes me cry. Oh God. Oh, yeah. Well, that's it, I guess. For better or for worse, this will be out there. Be cruel or be kind, Reddit. Can't do much more harm than the girl who supposedly loved me has. Oh, man. Ooh. Oh, and as FYI, I have no idea why the boy made the allegations. No one does. It's something that still haunts me. If I had the reason, I might be able to come to terms with it, but I don't. His family moved away after this all kicked off, and we've never heard from them since. Understandable in some weird sense. Ooh. Oh man. Please don't give up on her. I think you really guys need to talk. Go to therapy. I don't know if you've been to the therapy, but I think you should. Because this is going to be following you forever. Or as you said, you might be on the other side and never get to live a full life. It's not worth it. I know that you probably feel even worse because it's not like a mistake you have to learn from, that you've done something wrong and you're trying to make amends. It was something that happened to you. You were a victim in this at the end of the day, and everybody looks at you like you were that predatory person where you weren't, and you're still being paying price for this. So it must feel so bloody unfair. I completely understand how you must be feeling. I obviously can't fully feel what you're feeling, but I can imagine. I can imagine how bloody hard that is. Oh God. But remember, we're all humans, right? We're all humans. And as I said before, that response of your partner must be something that is just encoded in us as animals who are just worried and have that instinct to protect the weaker. She maybe didn't mean it, or she was afraid to ask. Maybe something in her deep down was believing that it might be true. Even the word sisters, that where is smoke there's fire, something along the line. She might have been raised in a house like this, that kind of saying was there, and it's just something, that bias that is still deep in her. We all have biases. I've got biases. You probably have some too. But as you said yourself, you love her. Don't cross the rest of your life because of that one mistake of 4-year-old, who probably couldn't even understand that it was making a mistake. Just talk to your partner. I know it hurts, but I think the best course of action is just to have that conversation. Go to therapy, you individually and both together as a couple, and dissect everything. If you really truly love her and you know she truly loves you, and you've got a chance for fulfilling a happy life, it's not worth just scrunching it, putting it in the bin. Just give it a chance. But that's my advice. Let's see what Redditors were saying. I would say the reaction was bad enough, but with that knee-jerk reaction, she has managed to convince her entire family that you are indeed a predator. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that made her family to think the worst of you because of her reaction. You'll never feel safe in that house again, or household again. It doesn't look like she has done anything to defend you either if you soon-to-be in-laws are calling you pedo. Well, I wouldn't say that. You know, she might have, but they might be having their own mind about it, but it is a possibility. I'm really sorry you're dealing with this, man. If I were you, I'd pack up and move to another state or even another country. Just get out. Don't let these rumors cling to you for the rest of your life. You don't deserve to suffer if you're actually innocent. Yeah, but just moving to a different country and starting with a clean slate, that might make it easier for you because maybe people won't be able to easily trace you. But it's not gonna solve the problems here. And that's something I need to be working on. And I have her family. You know, who are they? You know, if you can prove that, yes, listen guys, these allegations weren't true, please leave me alone. Clearly your daughter has trust in me if you decide to take those steps, as I mentioned before, to go to therapy and all. Well, let's carry on with that comment, and please don't even think about ending things. Yes, I totally agree. Don't do that. Please don't. You have no idea what things could look like in 10 years. Exactly. So much life ahead of you, man. Don't do that. You might have a partner, kids, good friends, pets, co-worker who rely on you. Your future self deserves the chance to exist. Don't take that away from them. You matter even if it doesn't feel like it right now. Yes, I couldn't agree more. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your life and everything you could have. Just imagine for these many years you didn't live the full life because all those horrible allegations. Let yourself live for once. Just try. Just looking at some more comments. Oh, there is another one, the comment touching on therapy, what I mentioned before. Have you gone to therapy or some type of psychological counseling on this? Anything that might help you not only handle this situation now, but any that might arise in the future? Yes, again, totally agree. Please do seek good therapist, and if the first one seems like it doesn't help, just go to another one. I know it can be a costly thing, but think about it long term. This is your future. We're talking about 10, 20, 30 years in making. It's worth investing. Then the same person adds, I wouldn't have ruled out reconciliation with the fiance, but she would have to get her family to apologize. Yes, definitely. Perhaps couples counseling. Regarding the suggestion to move far away, I don't think that works. So that's the answer to the previous comment. You would feel obliged to share this issue with any future so and hope they believe in your innocence, because if you didn't tell them, they would react negatively if they ultimately find out about it from a third party. Again, yeah, starting a new clean slate in a different country. So what you don't say, that would be like admitting to guilt, because that could resurface, doesn't matter what country you go to. Again, counseling with someone who can give you insights as how to best handle this. Yeah, I'm on the same page. I'm agreeing with that person on that one. And going back to your question, am I the a-hole for breaking up with fiance? I wouldn't say you're a-hole, but stop running. Grab your life and go with it, and just make a decision, conscious decision of what that life is really for you. Is it with your fiance or not? But take ownership of it. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your future. You're so much ahead of you. I think I will end the video on this one. I hope to film another video. So if you liked it, please like and subscribe. Join us, and next week we probably look at some other Reddit subreddit. Bye.